So yeah, about our meetups. The purpose of the whole series, which will always take place every Friday, almost, when there are no holidays, is almost the same that we have at SechsGrad itself. Together with you, we want to create a mosaic of perspectives on this big buzzword, smart city. And the technique to do so is always to have an input on a certain topic, and after that, break that topic down to a problem of a single persona. And after that, do an ideation session to solve the problem of that persona. It will be pretty easy. You will work in teams, we will pair you up, and yeah, we will have some fun together. Yeah, but first of all, today the input is on me. Normally we will have another expert, an external expert on every topic. But, well, the topic of today is Megatrends Smart City, as you already know.
Thanks, God.
So, nowadays everybody talks about religious issues, since people keep on slaughtering each other about the question, who is the true prophet and which prophecy to follow. But the true prophets of our times actually are the future scientists, because what they say automatically becomes true, because the people in charge of big investments listen to them and follow their leads. And even though this whole thing happens within the restrictions of the system, still we have this element of a self-fulfilling prophecy in here, which we consider worth considering. So that's why throughout our Meetup series we will take a look at 3 different future scientists. One will be Jeremy Rifkin, which we consider one of the most important guys, or future scientists at least, in the field of smart cities. Then also Veit Vogel, who's actually not famous yet, but he will be here in person. That's the advantage. But today, we will talk about Matthias Hawks. Who of you has heard of him? Oh, that surprised me, because he is actually the self-appointed most influential future scientist in Germany. And the core of his theory is the idea of the megatrends. That's why the central question of today's meetup is how to make smart cities a megatrend. So, what is a megatrend according to Hawks? Well, it's actually a structural change in human organization systems. And Hawks points out, actually 11 different directions. Here are only 10. And you see, you can read connectivity, globalization, female shift, individualization, urbanization, and so on. I won't go into detail of all those megatrends, but I will talk about what they have in common. Hawks says that all the megatrends last around 100 years, and to be like another megatrend will follow after that. That's what he says, and they grow at a rate of 1% per year. That means, for example, that in the case of urbanization, cities grow at 1% per year, or female shift, that every year there are 1% more women in influential positions, and so on. What they have in common as well is that they are rooted in ancient human behavior. For example, building cities started with the first connection of villages and so on, so it's not anything new that comes from the sky. People are already used to it. And they're intersectoral. They take place in every sector. At the same time, they're also global. And what's the most important thing for us today is that they are non-linear, they are recursive. And yeah, what that means we have to take a look into. Yeah. Let me see. I have the feeling that I forgot something. So, yeah. In the case of smart cities, it is like, when we speak about it, it feels like, yeah, an organism, a super technological organism where everything is connected. It's like an Internet of Things, and where everything is about information exchange and energy efficiency. And at first we're fascinated about the vision of smart cities, but then we're scared, because it kind of feels like a place where human beings are only partially welcome. It's like a place made for machines and efficiency only. Yeah, and it feels wrong, it cannot work, and I'll tell you why. Because it is the result of a linear thinking. It is like the anticipated future. It is only what we think of being progressive at the moment, thought to an end. Like everything that we think now is progressive, like connectivity, mobility, digitalization, globality, urban life, and it's only thought into one direction. But actually, progressive is not perfect. It always brings about also negative aspects. For example, with the rise of mobility also comes a lot of immobility. We have means of transportation everywhere, but people actually become lazy because they always sit in cars, or because they can choose a means of transportation for every kind of movement. Or the whole connectivity and the networking, it has never been so easy to get friends over the internet, but at the same time you feel like, fuck, there's something missing. It's like real friendship is being lost on the way. Or with all the urban life, people start to dream about the simple life on the countryside. So altogether, it's like this anticipated future sparks the need for what I call the reappreciated past. People being confronted with this pure future vision, now they want to have also country life again. They want to relocalize. They want to find new ways to get real friends, and over this whole digitalization, real things are reappreciated. And actually, with all this mobility and stuff, people feel that they don't move enough, and they find new ways of compensating their need for movement. So this whole thing seems like a contradiction. But if we listen to my good friend Hegel, I studied philosophy, I can't help. He says that thesis plus antithesis makes the synthesis. Or how Matthias Hawkes puts it into his graphic, he says that all this future vision and trends go into this direction, but then they fall into recession again if you don't take into account also the reappreciated past, the need for the other side, for the antithesis. And you have to find a new combination of this future vision and the things that people need by being confronted with this future vision. And only like that you come not to a fragile future that will collapse or something, but a resilient future. Resilient means that something is flexible in terms of when changes come from outside. And something like that, urban farming is an example for combining the urbanization trend with the need of being countryside. Or glocality, that's a word by Matthias Hawks, from globality and locality. People actually feel rooted in their local environment, even more than before, but at the same time they share it on a global level via the internet. That's the phenomenon. But the crucial point of the whole thing is that people in charge of creating the smart city, like the big companies, they don't come up with the other side, with the reappreciated past, with the real needs of the people. They're too much into their own thing. So the only source of information are the people themselves, the citizens. And that's our approach here. And what we're going to do next is to... No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, too late.
You can try. I think. You can try, but...
We don't know.
However.
Yeah.
This is our technique in design thinking. We always use a persona that represents a part of society. Yeah. And this is the persona we're going to work with later on. His name is Peter, he's 36, and he's an engineer and entrepreneur. And he has the vision to reintegrate physical exercise and mobility patterns of the future. So you see, we took one aspect of this big megatrend theme and put it into the perspective of a single persona, because that's the only way, from our point of view, that you can start actually creating something towards that direction to make smart cities a megatrend.
Ich sehe nicht so ganz den Zusammenhang zwischen den Schuhsohlen und dem größeren Problem, ja? dass man sagt, ey, wir wollen mehr Bewegung haben. Und
du willst die Batterie aufladen, das kannst du nur mit Kinetik machen.
Ja, also sein großes Ziel ist ja dann zu sagen, ey, die Leute sollen sich mehr bewegen in der Stadt.
Nee, sein Ziel ist es, die Mobilität zu garantieren. Ich weiß nicht, ob er die Mobilität mit Mobile-Funk meint oder die Mobilität...
Ja, er sagt ja, man soll sich bewegen, ne? Wenn man sich...
Ja. Er will die Mobilität der Smartphones zurückverbinden mit der eigentlichen Bewegung, der körperlichen Bewegung.
Maybe it's for outdoor activities more. If you're going camping or something and you have no ability to plug in and then you're hiking anyway, so this is the first kind of, so this is a
nice niche to start
starting with, and then...
But for hiking there is already this like solar panel that you can put on your backpack, which are pretty cheap, I would say, like for 50 euros you can buy. Just with movement, it's cheap. Yeah, with solar...
There's some time needed for it needs to be in the sun for like 5 hours.
Okay, so it's not really
a small amount of, because they need so much. Yeah.
You tried it? You tried it? Did you try it?
I read about it because I thought about buying something like that for some kind of experience, but then it was like, oh, you need to.
Du musst ja dann ständig wechseln. Habt ihr Einlagesohlen?
Ich hatte mal welche. Du kannst den alles noch reinmachen, das kann man nicht.
Ja, okay. Und da denkt man auch immer dran?
Ja.
Das ist vielleicht nicht immer dran, aber...
Das ist halt
Doch,
aufwendig.
schon, wenn
Das ist halt aufwendig. Aber wenn du es gewöhnt bist, wenn du dein Handy, wenn du dein Facebook brauchst, dann denkst du dran.
Oder bekommst.
Und es darf natürlich nicht also das Material darf sich nicht abnutzen im Schuh. Ne? Materialfrage.
Also Haltbarkeit?
Material und überhaupt Material. Und Haltbarkeit, ja.
Und es muss ja auch flexibel sein.
Rather than having to plug in where you go and take the city's energy. So how is it sold as a benefit? Like you said, you can charge.
How especially is this sold as a benefit? Because you know it's already existing textiles with photovoltaic cells, and they have a real plug to the recharger. Also.
And people, for me, it's very important to have comfortable shoes. If my shoes are uncomfortable, I'm totally uncomfortable. So if you buy a product that goes into your shoes, that makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, you say, I'm going to walk around like this. So my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, the main challenge we identified was that people need to walk more in general. First, of course, because energy generation is in your soul, so you have to walk because you need to move your feet and so on, and people don't walk enough, so we want to make them walk more. Then we thought about okay, what's the incentive to use your soul to make you walk? And we felt like it's not strong enough just to charge your mobile phone, so you need some extra. And as so many others, we came up with ideas of gamification, so you get a bonus for a lot of walking. And what exactly this bonus can look like, we have been discussing various modes, like you can either go to your health insurance and get some, I don't know, maybe a discount on your fee or whatever. So that's rather regular. Another thing was to gain credits to charge cars, electric cars that is, of course. So you walk 500 meters, then you charge enough to drive 500 meters, just to improve modal split. That's the soft measure. The hard measure, if you want to really push it, was that you gain lifetime by walking. You get a little thing put in your heart which runs out of energy. So you have to walk in order to recharge it. That's about it.
The watch here inside me, the life watch here inside, you know this film?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there's a movie.
That's where it came from, yeah. So, that's it.
Next team.
Okay. We have found a better solution.
Well, we found different challenges, and one challenge is, for example, production costs. How much will it cost to produce these kind of shoes? The other was, what's about the energy? What kind of energy is used, and how to bring it into the shoes, and to connect it to the phone, and what kind of insole material is used. Yeah, what kind of motivation should be created that people should desire to use it. And that was also our main question, how to make it desirable. And our two other questions have been how to make it cool and how to make it useful. And well, we decided on our solutions for Peter is that we thought he likes to move, and so in the one shoe there he should find the kind of energy, and in the other shoe he has an integrated mobile phone. So he doesn't need to have a mobile phone in his pocket, and so he needs to put off his shoes to use the mobile phone, and in doing so he needs to stop walking, and he has an emphasis, he has a motivation to keep walking, to keep moving, and to be deconnected as well. And to be, when he's standing, he's connected to the mobile phone and to social networks, but deconnected to the real world.
And the only challenge after that is the dog sausage protection.
Can I say that we did find
The smell problem.
we found the product a bit strange because people are very fussy about their feet's comfort. So to have a sole that fits into your shoe already without any device in it is not always easy to find. It keeps your feet more comfortable. To find something mechanical that's going to give a little bit more charge to your phone is pretty impractical. So that's why the solution of having the shoe in your phone seemed like the most fun. If you're in a smart city, you don't need a soul that generates electricity for your phone.
And we did think about the shoes of women. If they are wearing some high heels, how does it work? Well, there are still some future challenges too.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So we thought not technical, but how do we going to convince people that our product is good and they have to buy it? So we came up with a marketing event. We're going to rent or buy a sailing boat, equipped it with a dance floor that generates electricity when you dance on it, and then also with disco lights. And we're going to sail down to a village or off-grid village, and then tape it all, and that's about it actually.
Great.
So the problem we've identified is not here, but we have it in our minds.
The problem
was like saving the energy you generate from walking around, and like the big challenge was how to, like, when you are not walking, how can you use the energy you generated over the day, right?
Yeah.
What was our solution? We had a couple of solutions. Maybe we tell the freaky story.
The biggest was Bluetooth. The energy goes from the soul to the air, the phone, and
so the main function is that, like, you mentioned that there is actually a club in Rotterdam right now that, like, when you do party and you dance, it generates energy, and you could use the same technology in your shoes. And once you've generated enough energy, you could use the body to bring the energy back to your mobile devices. So the key problem is that obviously it has to be so little energy that you don't kill yourself. But we haven't figured out how to do it. Okay, thank you.